Hey, welcome everyone. How you doing? Welcome to Yoga with Dave. It's class number 84. How did that happen? The weeks just spin by, don't they? So thank you so much. If you've been joining for all of those 84 weeks, there's got to be some of you, hasn't there? Yeah? You've done 84 classes with me? Maybe. Probably not. But if you've just dipped in and you've dipped out and you've watched these live and you've watched them on catch up, fantastic stuff. One of the things that I talk about a lot in yoga, I guess people get obsessed about what yoga is about. Oh, I don't do yoga. I'm not flexible enough. I'm not strong enough. I'm this and that. We give ourselves loads and loads of reasons why we don't do yoga. Probably what we see about yoga is not that accurate. The way I like to think about yoga is all we're doing is we're paying attention. Yeah, we're just paying attention. That's simple. But it's really hard, isn't it, to pay attention, especially now we're distracted by so much stuff going on over here, stuff going on over here, all these worries, anxieties. It can be a little bit overwhelming. But the yoga practice that you commit yourself to, I don't know why I did that. I went all yoga-y, but the yoga practice that you commit yourself to will serve you so well. So what is it about? Well, it's about paying attention. That's it. That's all we're doing. We're paying attention. And, we pay attention to the body. We pay attention to the breath. And we'll do that today. We will kind of work through all of that stuff, breath work, a little bit of movement, a little bit of relaxation, and then a nice blissful shavasana at the end where we just let everything integrate and the body's wisdom catches up. And it's like, whoa. It's an amazing thing that can happen. This is what kind of elevates yoga from just a cardiovascular activity because it works on mind and it works on body. And these two beautiful things are connected. And a lot of us live disconnected from this grossness, this gross body. I don't mean my body's gross, but I mean like the physicality, the bones and the structure. And there's some very subtle things going on there. And when we practice yoga, we tap into it. So on that idea of just paying attention, what I wanted to do is read something to you. And this is amazing. I read this yesterday and I thought, I want to read that because it's so good. So this is all about attention. So it says this: what is lost is well described by Polish-born writer Eva Hoffman. And she says this: nothing more or less than the experience of experience itself. Nothing more or less than the experience of the experience itself. Well, what does it mean? What is that? Well, perhaps something like, this is what it says in the book, the capacity to encounter into the textures or the sensations of the moment. The textures and the sensations of the moment. So what I've been talking about, that is yoga. To relax enough so as to give oneself over to the rhythms of an episode or a personal encounter. To follow the thread of feeling or thought without knowing where it leads, or to pause long enough for reflection of contemplation. Ultimately, what we are distracted from is living. Whoa, that's heavy stuff, isn't it? What we're distracted from is living. So, what we're going to do, even if it's just like for this next 40 minutes or so, we're going to get right deep in here and we're not going to be distracted from living. We're going to be really deep into our yoga practice, but we don't have to be super serious about it either. We can be nice and relaxed and we can have a little bit of joy and we can have a little bit of fun while we do it. So make sure you're comfortable. My knee's sticking up. I'm probably going to bring my knee down. I'm sat on a bolster. I'll show you just so you can see. Here's my bolster. But if you've got like some blankets and you've got some books, then you can stack yourself upon those. What I will do is, what I'd ask you to do, I encourage you to get super, super comfortable. If you want to sit in a chair for this part, please do that. If you want to sit up against a wall, put some length in your spine, then you can do that. But wherever you are, then find a relaxed position. I just want to say hello to Irene, who always joins and always comments. So welcome, Irene. And the beautiful Sudha Jani is back. And I've not caught up with Sudha for such a long time. Welcome to you, Sudha. I was thinking about it the other day, and it's beautiful to have you back in class. All right, so alternate nostril breathing. Super simple. Balancing brings us right into this moment. We're paying attention. So what I'd like you to do is bring your left hand onto your left knee and then bring your right hand up towards your face. Maybe have a little scratch in your nose. That's what I'm going to do. And then you're going to block off your right nostril with your thumb, and then your left nostril with the ring finger or the little finger. So you can do it this way. You can tuck the other fingers in. So I kind of do this. I use my thumb and I use my little finger. So moving like that, nice and simple. But before we start it, bring some length into your spine. So don't sit like this. Sit like this. Relax your shoulders down your back. Bring a little smile onto your face. Relax your jaw. It's much easier to relax your jaw when you smile a little bit. And then maybe close your eyes and just keep the gaze super soft. Block off your right nostril with your thumb. And then take a deep inhale through your left nostril. Block off the left with the little finger or the ring finger, and then exhale through the right. Inhale right. Close off right with the thumb. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close off left. Exhale right. Inhale through the left. Close off left. Exhale through the right. Close off right. Inhale through the left. Switch. Exhale through the right. Final time, inhaling through the right. Close off the right, switch, exhale for the final time for the left. And then just bring that left hand down. So the palms are face up, bring the thumb and the forefinger together. Create this little energy seal. You might be like, what is an energy seal? Don't worry about that. Just see if you can experience anything. Even if it just focuses the mind. Close the eyes or just soften the gaze. Beautiful, nice. And then just give your fingers just a little wriggle. Nice work. Welcome to Mandy from Hampshire. Love a bit of Hampshire, Mandy. It's nice down there, isn't it? Probably nicer than it is in the East Midlands. All right, okay. I'm going to move. So if you want to move and you're not on your mat, then feel free to do that. I'm going to come down. I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit. And I'm going to remove my bolster. And then come with your feet about hip width apart. So let's do this. Bring your hands behind you and then lean back into the arms. Your feet are planted. Just drop your knees from side to side. So we do this a lot. So I'm teaching this class from the Space to Breathe Collective. We're a cooperative. We're a not-for-profit yoga organisation. And I'm teaching this class from the city centre of Leicester, right bang in the city centre. And this is one of our wellness rooms above our main yoga studio. It's beautiful in here. Smells good. Lots of massage and reflexology goes on in here. Nice. I do believe that kind of like buildings pick up an energy. You know, they pick up a kind of the goodness that goes on within them. All right. Do this a couple more times either side, and then come all the way back to centre. I'm probably going to turn this light off behind me because it's a little bit bright, isn't it? Ah, that's so much better, isn't it? Yes. All right. So come with your legs crossed together. If you can. If you can't, do this, and you can bring your hands onto your knees. So the next one is going to be called Suki Grind. We're going to work through a spinal series. So remember in Back Care Week we did this. We did this probably a few months ago. And we come back to it just now and again. So this is all about moving the spine. So in fact, if you think about the spine, this part of it, the lumbar spine can feel really tight, restricted, the hips can feel restricted and tight, and this is going to work through that. So find as a comfortable position as you can, bring your hands onto your knees. You're going to inhale the chest forward, exhale, round your spine. Inhale forward, exhale round. And then just move like this. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. So inhale, the chest comes forward. exhale around the spine. If that feels too much for you, which it might, especially if you're tighter, do this, little circles. Just begin to coax the body open. But match your movement with breath. If everything feels okay, you might bend a little bit deeper into the elbows. But remember, when try not to be too distracted. And if you find that the mind kind of wanders off and you're thinking about what you're going to have for tea later, or something a little bit more serious and causing you a little bit of anxiety, just come back to the breath, come back to your present moment, breathe consciously. And remember, just try and be truly present here. Don't worry about what it looks like. The feeling's kind of important, isn't it? But there's no right and there's no wrong, apart from please don't strain and don't hurt yourself. And then come all the way back to center and then come back the other way. Nice. You might start a little bit slower. You might start a little bit smaller. Remember, it's a new movement when we come back the other way. Or maybe you just straight into it. Whatever feels good. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Beautiful. Nice. We'll make sure we take plenty of breaks in between. We won't sit here for too long in this one position. We'll move in between the postures. We'll piece all this stuff together. Maybe we'll go for a whole class without a sun salutation today. We might stay seated for the whole class or stay low. Take 2 more complete rotations. And then inhale, come all the way back to center. And a full exhale. Beautiful, really nice. And then same thing again. Lean back into the hands, split the knees. And then this time, just drop your knees over to the right. And then just pause here. Bring the knees down as far as feels good for you. Tuck the belly back towards your navel. So you tuck in the belly back and the navel sort of like just tucks back towards the spine. And then come back to the other side. Don't think about this too much. You should feel this in the outer hip. Couple of breaths. Beautiful. Come all the way back to center and then recross the legs. And then we'll move on to the next posture. Nice. I'm just going to zip my pocket up. All right. So this one, you bring the hands onto the shin, the front shin, and you inhale the chest forward, exhale round the spine. Inhale forward, exhale round. So I'll show you what it looks like from the side. So you've got length in the spine here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So the movement is mainly coming from the navel. Like, look, I can move my hands off, but then I've still got the same flex going on. So the hands are kind of resting. And then you're inhaling, you're exhaling, you're inhaling, you're exhaling. So let's see how we get on with that. So just for a little bit of time, go in a rhythm that feels good for you. There might be really small movements, might be really slow, or you can make them a little bit more expansive and speed them up. Wherever you find yourself, nice powerful breath. Another 15 seconds. Inhale, bring the chest forward. Lift the heart center, relax the shoulders, tuck the belly right in, so squeeze the belly in. And exhale, let it go. Beautiful, nice, really nice work. And then we'll come on to all fours. We're going to come back to that seated position time and time again in this class. So Let's just move a little bit here in all fours. So when you arrive, spread out through your hands, really spread out through your fingers, and then maybe just move the hips from side to side a little bit. You can bring the weight forward, you can bring the weight back, whatever feels good for you. Just move the body. I'm just going to make a little wardrobe adjustment, tuck myself in a little bit. Get yourself nice and smart. All right, little bits of movement. Nice. Beautiful, nice. And then from here, from this all fours, just step your right foot back, press into your right toes, and then just activate through that right leg. You know, you don't have to do much else. Pressing into the whole length of that right leg. And then if you wanted to, you can lift up through the right foot, so really stretch out. See how my foot is flexed. Imagine I'm pressing the sole of the foot into the wall behind. Maybe just gaze here, just down to the top edge of your mat. And then you can bend into your knee. You can lift your knee up. You can bring your knee down. Just little movements, bring your knee up. Bring your knee down, then stretch your leg back out again, and then re-lengthen. Take one more deep inhale, and then a full exhale, and then just swap it out to the other side. So this is nice. You get into the calves, get into the bottom of the feet, spread it out through the hands, and come here. Nice. Lengthen out through the leg, maybe bend into the knee, bring the knee up. Bring the knee down, whatever feels good. Maybe re-lengthen the leg out, and then take a couple of breaths, just lengthening here. It's tough, isn't it? It can feel quite challenging this when you lift the legs. And then bring everything down onto your mat. Then split your knees nice and wide, and then just push your sit bones back into a child's pose. Super, super relaxing posture. And bring your head down onto the floor. You can snap your head on your hands. And keep this nice and still. We're going to hold this for 1 minute. So just breathe deeply. All you have to do is concentrate on your breath. Nice. Take 2 more complete rounds of breath. And then when you're ready, push yourself all the way back onto all fours. And then restack your knees right underneath your hips. So you might need a little bit of adjustment. Tap your feet out. And then we'll move through a few rounds of cat and cow. So nice, gentle movement through the spine. So thinking about the spine again. Inhale, drop the belly down. Lift your head and your heart. Exhale, round your spine. So that's your movement. Inhale forward. Exhale round. So as you inhale, you scoop the belly down, it spills out. You separate the shoulders, you lift the head and the heart. Exhale, you round your spine. Press into the hand, separate the shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Try and be conscious with the breath. Coming into just the present moment. Try to fully embody this time that you have. And then just 3 more complete rounds. And a beautiful deep inhale, come all the way back to center. And then a full exhale through your mouth for the first time. One more like that. Deep inhale through the nose. Full exhale through your mouth. Beautiful, nice. I'm just going to give my eye a little rub. All right, come back to the seated position. Beautiful, everyone. Really nice. And maybe just come with the other shin out in front. That can sometimes feel good. A bit of an itchy eye, what's that mean? All right, okay. So we're going to carry on with the spine. Before we do that, I was thinking earlier about yoga and physical, the asana portion of yoga, the stuff that we're doing now. And we think about kind of like experience and being wise about our postures. And being wise is just not pushing too far. You know, if you need to use props, use props. If you need to adjust your pose, you come into your own individual expression of each pose. There's no right, there's no wrong. There's no pose that is better than the other. The only thing that is really important is that you look after yourself and you don't do this self-defeating thing where you're going, oh, I'm not good enough for this. I'm really not good enough. It's like being here, being on your mat is all you need to do. And then everything else is an option. But just the committing to your practice is really, really powerful. So regular, steady practice is so important, you know, because you could be out doing anything, but you've chosen to do some yoga. So well done for getting this far. All right. So from here, what we'll do is we've already done the spinal flex. We've done a Suki grind. So we're going to do a little bit of a spinal twist. So this time, we're going to do it like this. We're going to bring our elbows out and our arms or palms will face up, and then bring the thumb and the forefinger together. I'll show you the movement. We inhale left, we exhale right. So we just twist. Inhale left, exhale right. Again, it doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be a huge twist. Nice, powerful breath though. So we're twisting the spine open at every level here. So physically, very, very good for us. Emotionally, you know, just opening the spine. So it's this kind of like the central highway for energy, so moving the energy up towards the head. A couple of times either side. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, bring your hands down. And then just give your hands a bit of a shake. And then bring your hands onto your knees. Inhale your shoulders up, right up here. So you're kind of like wearing your shoulders like earrings. Exhale down. So that's your movement. Inhale up, exhale down. Let's try and stay nice and relaxed through the face. As you exhale, really drop your shoulder blades down your back. Release any tension. Two more. Inhale up. See if you can pause the breath, squeeze the belly, and exhale, let it go. Beautiful, nice. And then just come to the other side. So bring your legs out, have a little wriggle around if you need to. Bring your other shin out in front. And then we're going to go side to side. So a lot of the concentration has been, we twist side to side, we move the energy up and down, and now we'll kind of move laterally. So inside the body, so kind of like the ribs. So what we'll do is we'll just flatten the left palm down. So the left palm is flat on the floor. And then take an inhale, sweep your right arm over to the left. And just take a couple of breaths here. Press the right sit bone down into the floor. And you can always look underneath the arm or beyond the arm. You can just keep the gaze forward. Again, it's not about how deep you go. You've got a little bit more room. You can bend a little bit further. Breathe super deep here. On your next exhale, come back to center, right arm, and then left arm is over to the right. Nice. Press the left sit bone down into the floor. Notice any changes from side to side. And this arm is kind of nice and straight if you can get it straight. and there's a little bit of intention in the arm, so kind of it's not all baggy. I mean, if it's fine, you can bend the elbow, but make sure you kind of bring as much length into it as possible. One more deep inhale, and then a full exhale. And then bring that left hand down, flatten it down, and then we'll move dynamically. So when I say dynamically, it means we're just going to move in and out of the posture. So left palm down, inhale right, exhale left. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Nice powerful breath. Inhale left, exhale right. You think about the breath is energizing you. Couple more times either side. Top arm, bring it down. Press the fingertips into the floor, lengthen through your arms, and then take a nice deep inhale here. Full exhale. Maybe close your eyes and just concentrate on the sensations right in each of your fingers, into your thumbs. That's all you need to do. Be curious about the sensations in your arms, the forearms, the biceps, the triceps, into the shoulders, the upper back. Beautiful, really, really nice work. And then I realise we've been sat there for a little bit of time. So now you can just bring your palms down and then come back onto all fours. And then we'll just move a little bit more expansively, I guess. So we're going to do a pose called sunburn, which requires a little bit of balance, and it requires a little bit of strength, and it requires a little bit of, I guess, recruitment of your core. So this is kind of like balance and core all in one. So we'll do what we did last time. Just stretch your left leg back. Nice. Maybe I'll look down your right leg. Stretch your right leg back. If you've done left, then come back and then stretch your right leg back. Excuse me. And then imagine you're pressing the sole of that right foot into the floor behind. Then what you can do is you can sweep your left arm forward. So it's right leg back, left arm forward. Really stretch out here. If you feel a little bit wobbly, then just look down to the front edge of your mat. And just breathe deeply here. Stretch out through the legs, stretch out through your arm. Take one more deep inhale. And then a full release and exhale. And then bring everything down. Maybe just move the hips a little bit from side to side. And then we'll come back to the other side. So left leg. I always like to have a quick look. Make sure your legs are in line. Imagine you're pressing the sole of the left foot against the wall behind. Then the right arm stretches forward. Nice. I sometimes just gaze forward. Sometimes I gaze at the top edge of my mat. But you're thinking about here. You're recruiting this part of the body. So maybe it's useful just to suck your navel in towards your spine. Take one more deep inhale. And then a full exhale. Bring everything back down onto your mat. And then this time, bring your knees together. Bring your sit bones back onto your heels. And then bring your forehead down. Make sure it feels comfortable. Then bring your hands up by your feet. And this is close knees, child's pose. If this doesn't feel good, make fists and you can just place your head on your fists. Whatever feels right for you. And then just take some nice deep inhales, full exhales. Beautiful, nice. Push your hands back by your knees, roll all the way up. Then you come sitting on your heels. Don't worry, we won't stay here for too long because we're just going to move back and then we're going to come back to a seated position. Beautiful, nice. Let's do a nice simple twist. Bring all this stuff together. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And then as you exhale, just twist over to the right. So just like a quarter turn, left hand on the right knee, right hand behind, press into your fingertips. So this is all about length of the spine. We'll do it in stages. Inhale to find length. Exhale, twist to the right. Breathing super deep. Nice deep, rich inhales. Full release and exhales. Deep inhale. Full exhale. One more like that. Your deepest inhale. And your fullest exhale. Beautiful. Come all the way back to center. Then just simply swap it out. So right hand, left knee, left hand behind. I press right into my fingertips, not on the palm of my hand, but you just want to find length in the spine. So any way that works. Inhale, find length. Exhale into your twist. Deep inhales. Full exhales. We'll take two more like that. Deep inhale. Full exhale. And then final time, deepest inhale. And your fullest exhale. Nice. And then come all the way back to center. Beautiful. And then just take your fingertips out. So then you're right on your fingers. And then just walk your hands forward. And maybe you just stay here. So you just tilt the pelvis forward. Maybe rock from side to side. So feel this in your lower spine. Maybe just let the head come down towards the floor. You can always flatten the palms. If you've got a little bit more room, you might get the head lower. You might come onto the forearms. But don't strain here. It's not all about how deep you can go. It's just feeling the sensations. Rock from side to side. Beautiful, nice. And then walk your hands back, all the way back. Keep coming back, and then release your legs. Bring your feet out. Lengthen out through your legs. Nice. And then just give your ankles a little roll. A few times one way, a few times the other. Maybe just from side to side. Maybe flex your toes. Maybe lift your ankles. Whatever feels good. Beautiful. Really nice. And we'll do one more thing. Just sat here and we'll come down onto our backs. We'll just move through your head, through your neck. So we'll do a simple thing. Simple neck turns. Inhale your head to the left. Exhale your head to the right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale. And exhale. Couple more times either side. Beautiful. And inhale, come all the way back to center. Then as you exhale, just drop your chin down towards your sternum. So as you drop the chin down towards your chest, and then maybe just rock a little bit from side to side. Just for a moment. And then you can lift the head really gently. And then come to lie down on your backs. Really nice work, everyone. The rest of the class will be down here. So come down any way that feels good. I just like to bring my hands down and I'm lying all the way down onto my mat. Stretch your arms above your head. Clasp your hands. Push the palms away. Stretch out through your legs. Maybe take a nice big super yawn. Oh, yawning feels so good, especially when you're lying down on your back for the first time. And just notice the sensations in your body as you lie down here. It feels so nice. Beautiful. Nice. And then bend into your knees. Bring your soles and feet onto the floor. Sweep your arms up. And then bring your hands all the way down. And then lift up through your right foot. And then cross your right foot over your left thigh. So you kind of make a number 4 shape. So this is called the Climbed Pigeon. So you can stay here. You can just press your right hand away onto your right knee, and you just open the right hip out just by pressing it. This might be enough for you. You can thread through the gap, go around the back of the left thigh. If you've got more room, go around the front of the left shin. Make sure your shoulders are super relaxed in the floor, and then just breathe deeply here. So if you need any more sensations, bring the left knee back against the right ankle a little bit, and just breathe. And then just take 2 more complete rounds of breath. And when you're ready, slowly, just bring that left foot down. Keep the right foot crossed over the left thigh. And then just move the right knee across. So when you look down now, the right knee is just stuck on top of the left. So you go from this position with the foot on the thigh, slide the foot all the way over to the left, and then the knee is somewhat lined up, hopefully. See if you can bring your arms out, just like I have, to in line with your shoulders. And then from here, just shift your hips over to the right. Make yourself a little bit of room, and then just drop your knees over to the left. They might not come down far. With this cross of the legs, if this feels too much, uncross them, and then just bring the knees side by side, just like that. You just uncross. So you've either crossed the legs, or you just stack the knees side by side without the cross, and then take a few rounds of breath. So twisting at the end of the class is deeply relaxing, hopefully. It's still challenging, you feel this, out right hip probably more than anywhere. And then when you're ready, slowly come all the way back to center, and then uncross your right knee. Bring your hands back down, reposition your spine. In fact, let's do this. Hook both knees in towards your chest and then just rock it out a little bit from side to side. That can feel nice and relaxing, little circles, big circles. Feel that massage through your spine. Nice, really nice. And then right foot down, and then the left foot over the right thigh. Create that number 4 shape. Maybe the left hand presses the left knee away. Maybe you thread through the gap, you go around the back of the right thigh. That's where I'm going, or you can go around the front of the right shin. Breathe deeply. And then when you're ready, just come into that twist. So the right foot comes down, and then slide the left leg over towards the right. So now this time the left knee is right on top of the right. Bring your arms out again. This time shift your hips over to the left, and then just drop your knees over to the right. Nice. Remember, if this feels too much, do this and just have the knees stacked. So I'll leave it up to you what you want to do. If you feel like you want to take a double wrap, which I don't do, then feel free to do that so you can kind of tuck your toes behind your calf. But probably no need for that. Notice where you feel the sensations. Be super curious here. Maybe close your eyes and just drop deeply into your breath. Find your presence. And then when you're ready, just take 2 more complete rounds of breath. Really beautiful work, everyone. Uncross the legs if they're crossed, and then slowly come all the way back to center. And then this time, bring the hands back down by your hips. Walk your feet nice and wide, and then bring your knees to touch. So your feet are right on the edges of your mat, and then your knees are touching. This is constructive rest. This is a lovely release through the spine. Have a little wiggle through the fingers. And then ultimately, we're going to set ourselves up for Shavasana. So anything you need to do to come into this final position and try and commit to it. Remember what I said at the start when I read that little passage about being distracted. So just allow yourself this time to be curious and to experience life in slow motion, the textures, the gentle ebb and flow of the breath. So separate your knees, bring your feet nice and wide. Go right on the edges of your mat. And then when your feet are down, your legs are long, just let your feet fall open. Find any variation if that doesn't feel comfortable. Palms are face up. Maybe close your eyes. Breathe super deep. And then from here, just really, really slowly, in your own time, in your own way, just begin to bring a little bit of movement back into your body. I like to start with my fingers and then my toes, then I'm rolling my ankles and my wrists. Maybe stretch your arms above your head. Really nice work, everyone. Stretch it out. Maybe take another big yawn or a big sigh. Whatever you need to do. Hug your knees back in towards your chest. One final time. Roll over to one side and then gently press yourself up to a seated position. Really fantastic work. I'm just going to come forward a little bit here just to close the class off. Nice. Make a quick adjustment with the camera. My big finger. Nice. Sit nice and tall. Sit any way that feels good. Remember, if you need to get back into a chair or you want to get back into a chair or if you want to stay lying down, feel free to do that. Beautiful, nice. Bring your hands to heart center and then rub your hands together. Create a nice amount of heat in between the palms. Beautiful. Then close your eyes. And then bring your hands over your closed eyes. Then blink your eyes open. Feel the heat of the palms rush into your eyes. Rotate your eyes a couple of times one way, a couple of times the other way. And then reposition your hands down at heart center. Maybe with a wholehearted bow. Wish yourself well, and then wish everybody else well. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Thanks so much for joining today. It's always a pleasure to teach for the Virtual Village Hall. Remember, a couple of those things that I talked about, which is really about not judging yourself, not judging your practice, regular, steady practice. Getting to do as much yoga as you can without kind of like making it a chore. Joyful effort, joyful practice. Doesn't mean that you have to be in ecstasy all the time, but it's just nice to be gentle with yourself and just get onto the mat, move the body, be super, super curious about what's going on in your life. And then we're a reflection of ourselves on a mat. And the more we practice, the more steady we become, Steadiness is good, isn't it? Hey? My life used to be like this. Just like that, roller coaster. Now it's more like this. And yoga's a big part of that. Lots of other stuff, but yoga's a really big part of that. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you, Suda. So many lovely people have checked in and commented today. Always good to have you in the class, Irene. Thank you again to the Virtual Village Hall for hosting. See you all again next week. Namaste, everyone. Take that energy with you. All right. Love you all. Take care.